the schools that are going through renovation. It is, I know you talked about the so-called whatever in Abuja that organized a press conference led by someone called the Chicken Nayo. I'm sure a lot of people here know him. He's, unfortunately, when you have people who don't have so much information, they are not properly informed, that they are wired to be used for mischievous activities. So sometimes they make mistakes. Okay? So I heard about it even though I didn't watch it, but then even a day or two before the press conference, everything he was going to say was sent to me by WhatsApp. And then I was also told who sponsored it. I think it's okay, it is democracy. The unfortunate thing is that the person that sponsored it chose to use a man with no integrity. Absolutely zero integrity. And then even the issue of 54 billion, the original person that talked about it found out shortly after he had talked about it that he made a mistake, and he decided to walk back his mistakes. I'm sure those who are following the details will know. There's something called state sifters, World Bank state transparency, and it's called sifters, SFEA. It requires, it's a program by a World Bank which requires that states, not compulsory, states publish their budget performance. Yeah. Okay. I thought village people had come. It requires that states publish their budget performance. What is budget? Budget is an estimate, right? And so these things are very simple. But at the end of the day, what is important is what is the cash that has been spent. So if you go to the website of Abia State government, the audited account, audited statement, financial statement for December 31, 2024 states exactly how much of that 54 billion had been spent. If you check that website, you will see the figure 2.1 billion. That's what has been spent. But that does not stop you from making provisions, particularly when you have awarded contracts. What this government does is that before we hand over money to you, we must collect an advance payment guarantee. So that in the unlikely event you decide to face your village after collecting money, we call the bank guarantee. So at any point in time, if you are working for us, your money must be in our hands and not the other way around. So if you take a walk, you know you will lose money. So we don't chase contractors because you know at any point in time you are going to be issuing certificates, and when those certificates mature, you are paid. That's our process. So when somebody goes to town and says, oh, 54 billion is missing, unfortunately for him, he's talking to the wrong people. When you look at this government, at least 3 or 4 members of the Executive Council are fellows of the Institute of Chartered Accountants. The SFG is also a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountant General, Commissioner for even Commissioner for Environment, Commissioner for Lands and Housing. Ladies count among the rest of us. So if you want to take on this government, it should not come from numbers, particularly for a man who doesn't understand numbers. So